Last night in Vegas. 22 years of my life here. 2 decades of friends, family, my favorite places to hang out and eat. There's a part of me that's going to miss this place. Here I am on the precipice of this new life, and I find myself terrified that we've made a horrible mistake and we're going to fuck up our whole lives because we've poured so much into this. But I think the fear is good. I'm aware that there's a daunting amount of work ahead of us, but it'll be all going towards building the life we've always dreamed about. So here we are, day one on property. We ended up hiring a guy to move our 42-foot destination trailer. It took some stress off of us, though it meant the trailer would arrive a day early. In our scramble to get out of Vegas and be in Golconda to meet him, we had to dump our stuff on property just for the night. But the trailer arrived bright and early with us there to lead it in. With the trailer in place and our day started, we took a moment to stare at our new home. And while we wanted to spend some time unpacking and enjoying our new view, day one was going to be a busy one. See, weeks ago we caught a lucky break. My dad had a job site where the previous tenants had left thousands of dollars worth of grow equipment. So while our free time for the month was already slim, we put ourselves in overdrive to ensure these things were secured. We'll be getting 3 to 4 of these total. The medium grow houses are 20 by 40 feet with 12-foot ceilings. The large ones are 30 by 100 feet with 26-foot ceilings. So we dedicated a couple weekends to tearing them down with some help from my brother and his crew. But because of the nature of a job site, we had to move quick, which meant it all arrived the same day as our trailer. So back in Golconda, we were ready to unload. So we just got done unloading the 2 greenhouses. We've got another big one on the way. We've got a lot of projects vying for Project 1. Project 0 is going to be fencing in an area for the dogs. But Project 1 is kind of up in the air right now. It'll either be the start of our outdoor kitchen, one of these greenhouses. It looks like solar is pretty high on the priority list after having our generator on, running the whole night to keep that fridge running. We found out that our fridge is a residential style fridge, so it's 120, what was it?
I think it's 115.
We found out that our fridge is a residential style fridge, so it's about 115 volts, which means it can't run off the battery that the trailer comes with. It's got to run off of the generator, which means that generator's got to be running 24/7, which is no good. So having a solar system that powers the trailer is going to be paramount. But like I said, we don't know which is going to be first and which is going to be last. So before actually becoming homesteaders ourselves, Athena and I spent a couple years watching several YouTubers who are already doing the homesteading thing. In watching those YouTubers, it's kind of funny. You see these couples or these families or these people, and they bring out their parents, and their parents are, it's always something along the lines of, oh, my dad's an electrician, so he's going to help us wire up the solar. My dad's an architect, so he's going to help us build the garage. He's a carpenter, so he built this carport. He's a welder, so they built this other thing. My dad does demo. As it turns out, we won the lottery on that front, because in doing demolition, my dad has access to all kinds of salvage, including these greenhouses. But it's a huge win. These are multi-$1,000 grow houses that were given to us for free. And my dad's partner and boss, Jack, was so gracious in helping us out that he not only gave us these things for free, but paid paid a team of his workers to help us take it down, and then one of his workers to help us drive it up to the property in a big ass truck. So we're incredibly grateful. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. My eyes are dusty. I know, I always want to have them off when the videos are, yeah. Yeah. Okay, ready? So we got the trailer delivered at 9:30 this morning. It is 6:30 now, and our freshwater tank has already fallen out the bottom. We called Camping World to let them know. At first they told us we were gonna have to tow the trailer in, but this tank is full. So it's got about 200 pounds of water in it right now, so it can't be lifted. It would have to be cut out completely, and then we would have to figure out how to tow this massive trailer into some kind of service shop. Luckily, our sales rep, Jason, who's been pretty good the whole way through, let us know that they were gonna get a tech out here, and if the tech couldn't come out via our warranty, they were gonna pay to have a tech come out. But either way, the warm showers that we were looking forward to tonight and the ability to do some dishes and kind of clean ourselves up is out the window. And I'm not really sure how long it's gonna take a tech to come out and fix this. We're all out in the middle of nowhere, so we'll see. Hopefully it's only a few days, but until then, we're kind of screwed. So we're headed into town. The generator we're using is great, but the camper requires a lot of power. The refrigerator is about 120 watts, and our internet is about another 180. It's drained about 40 pounds of propane, or about 10 gallons. Now in Winnemucca, each gallon is around $3.49, but there's a company they all buy from called Hunt, so we're going into town to see if Hunt has a residential side and will allow us to rent a larger propane tank for cheaper than it costs to keep refilling these little 20-gallon ones, or 20-pound ones. Let's go to town.
There are 3 propane companies in Winnemucca, and although each of them does sell directly at cheaper rates, you gotta rent one of their tanks at a yearly rate starting at $480. Plus installation, plus running lines and refills made this upfront cost well over $1,400. With the well's total price still unknown and a septic yet to be quoted, we're holding off on any large purchases until after we know what's left. So after refilling our small tanks and heading back to the property, we started on the next task, getting our trees in the ground and putting down some runner lights along our driveway. So it's beautiful here at night. You can see all the stars and the moon lights up the valley enough to go for a walk. But in a car, you may as well be wearing a blindfold. If my car had the ability to turn off all the lights, it would be easier, but because it doesn't, we need a way to drive onto the property safely at night. The Vegas sun kills these solar lights, but I wanted to see how they'd fare here up north. If I can get more than 2 summers out of them, they're worth the $60.
So this donut peach tree we bought in Vegas just a couple years ago, and we bought it at the end of the season, so it was marked down to 30 bucks, and it hadn't fruited yet, and it was about the same size. The leaves were a little more sickly looking, and I wasn't sure it was gonna make it. So that next spring, this spring, and now we got lucky, and now we have 13 or 14 of these donut peaches growing on the tree. Right now it's wrapped in this sackcloth. And that was just so we could transport it, but it needs to go in the ground. So I'm gonna dig a hole, lay some dirt down. I'm gonna put in some mixing soil, mix the caliche back into it, and then drop it into the ground, water it, cover it with some more rocks, do a little rock ring around the outer edge of it, and hopefully this will be its new home. So what have I learned in my first few days here? It's a lot. It's a lot more than I thought it would be. You know, I'd considered the fact that this was going to be hard. I just didn't realize it was going to be so much hard all at once. The water tank is out. Our gas costs are a lot higher than I expected. Our power consumption is a problem. It's draining us day after day at an average of around $18 to $20 a day is what it's costing us just in propane usage in running that generator in order to keep things in the fridge cold, in the freezer frozen, and to keep us warm at night. We also need the power to run the internet. Without that, I'm down to 1 bar, which makes doing anything pretty difficult. Even getting this YouTube video has been kind of a big challenge. There's a reason that it wasn't every week for the last 2 weeks. I needed 1 week just to figure out the logistics of getting the computer set up, running on the generator in a space that is comfortable enough not to be in everyone's way. So there's still a lot to be done, but I feel like once we get the well installed and the septic tank done, power is our next step. But with just those 2 things, I feel like this place will be a lot more livable. And of course, we got to get the RV repaired. So that's it. Next week brings a whole set of new challenges. Every day brings a set of new challenges, but we'll take them as they come, and one step at a time, we're going to get to where we want to be.